Hello and welcome back. It's me again, and today we're gonna talk about different beliefs regarding salvation. I missed the cue, a little off there, and today's challenge is Pokemans, which is in reference to how cactuses poke people. So this challenge is all about charming and the ball, and that's kind of it. The pocket ball. Actually, I don't even remember what this thing is called. I overshot. Oh no, I get a random one every time. I forgot about that. And if he dies, he dies. That's what they say. I would have been kind of sad if my guy died instantly like that. Can I just keep doing this? I guess I can. Well, this is one of the best ones. No, he's okay. Never mind. I take it back. He's pretty good. He's not that great. Let's be honest. So today, continuing to talk about hell, I wanted to talk about some theories regarding hell that over the last two episodes I talked a lot about what the Bible does say about hell, but now I'm getting into more theology. That man is no longer with us. It's very sad. And I want to finish exploring this floor because I don't remember. I just want to verify that there are no item rooms and that I'm not crazy. Just want to verify. Who is it? Okay, alright. I have verified that there are no item rooms. I may still be crazy. More news at 11. And in my usual fashion, I'll check every fire. Aha! A penny that I missed. Oh yeah, it's an XL. Oh, if you aimed that better... Oh, there we go. Speed up, I'll take it. I almost got the devil deal. I could still, I suppose. Go get him. Go get him. My friends! No! Yay! Alright. I did get it. Also, that's a pretty good item for this run. Gotta say. And we continue, and we talk about the actual topic now. So, there are a variety... Are these all Curse of the Labyrinth? What? Or did I just get extremely lucky? Or unlucky? Huh. Anyway, there are a variety of theological ideas regarding heaven and hell and salvation and who goes where and why, and in the past, I have talked about Calvinism before, but this is still, so far, more of a redo of my episode nearly a week ago now on hell. I wanted to more fully mention some of the theologies and who believes in what and why, if possible. So the first theology of salvation that I'll talk about is Universalism. Universalism is the belief that everyone will eventually be saved. Everyone will eventually go to heaven. Now, it's a very nice idea. It's a very pleasant idea. But it's not a very popular idea. I guess I'll just go straight into it. Well, oh, that's rare. No! Oh well. I can't believe I got 3 skull hats here. Well, 2 of them. 2 skull hats. And 2 of them are mobile, which is kind of amazing. Just checking that my chance didn't reset. It didn't. Who died? Go get him, get him, get him, explode! Explode! Why aren't you exploding? Thank you. Oh, I got a leprosy thing. Anyway, yeah, Universalism, again, the idea that everyone will eventually be saved. Not necessarily the case that everyone will be saved immediately. Maybe there's some amount of punishment or atonement first, but that eventually everyone will get into heaven. And the idea, Universalism is an attractive idea because when you're talking about God being this all-loving, perfect father figure, that it feels cruel then to allow anyone to ever go into hell. In stark contrast to that, we have Infernalism, which is the belief that a literal fiery hell does exist for the wicked. That Jesus was not mincing words when he talked about Gehenna and such. And also, that is a lot of money. I think it's high time to spend it. Please, friends of mine, please do not step on the enemies. Give them some personal space. It would mean a lot to me that you would last longer, mainly. And I'll go to the thin room first. Oh, I'm glad I did. Whoop. Okay, nice. Got one of those guys. It's not BFF. What is potentially very good. Let me also blow you up. Nice. Nice. So, Infernalism, again, the belief in a literal hell for the wicked, is what most Christians, what most denominations of Christianity ascribe to, not because people want to believe it or are that level of judgmental, per se, although I suppose that can be true, but because this is what Jesus describes. This is also what the Book of Revelation describes. It would be difficult to ignore what the Bible literally says when you call yourself a Christian. Now, to many people, it still can seem cruel, but there are a variety of arguments to help explain it, as we'll get to shortly. And as I've kind of sort of covered in the past as well, kind of. Let me get that. Oh, I'm not gonna, yeah. There's still another guy? Yeah, well, not anymore. Do I feel like getting that chest? Sure, why not? And the pill. Luck down. I don't think that was worth it. Now, as a side note, the theologian Karl Barth coined the term hopeful universalist to say that he certainly hopes that everyone will enter heaven one day, but knows that realistically, based on what the Bible says, even, it's not likely. And also, ow, that was an awful room for me. I have lost so much this floor. Except health. I have a lot of health now. And I have giant spiders and flies. Ooh. Yes, mother. Well, that would be nice. This would be nicer, I think. And I'm going to Isaac, so you know what? I'll do it. We'll go all in. Hey, bud. Can you sit on my knife? That sounds weird when I say it like that, but I genuinely just want you to sit on this knife right here. It would really mean a lot to me. I got another little buddy! Yay! Oh, you blew him up for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is the power of friendship. And knife. Can I draw you over this way? Also, do you hurt me? I guess you don't. Good to know. Alright. Let's see, a third alternative here that I neglected to mention. Oh, that man is soon to be dead. In fact, can I get you to target him at all? Come on, come on, come on. I need you to go this way. Yeah! So, we have Universalism, the idea that everyone will be saved. We have Infernalism, the idea that there is a literal hell, which most people ascribe to. And then, the third alternative here is Annihilationism, the idea that an eternal punishment interpretation of hell is too cruel, but that perhaps the wicked still don't belong with the righteous. And so, with Annihilationism, what you have is the belief that the wicked will simply cease to exist completely, entirely, and that depictions of hell as this fiery, torturous place are more metaphor for what it's like to not exist. Kind of. Possibly. Possibly. Again, not super popular, but it does pop up from time to time. Now, the main two... Oh no, that was a massacre! The main two beliefs regarding salvation, if I might be so bold as to say that these are the main two, are Arminianism, excuse me, and Calvinism. Now, I've talked about Calvinism before, and I'll do it again, and you're not gonna stop me. Wait a minute. So many friends. So many friends. So many friends. And you too. There's still more? There's still more. Oh, yeah, sure enough. Well, sunk cost fallacy. I'm all friended up, aren't I? And this knife also helps. Oh, man. Oh, it's not even the correct way? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I can't tell what's going on anymore, I'll be honest with you. I think I'm good. Get away, get away! Oh. Oh well. This is... Oh, it's depth 2. Can I even take an active item? I can. Well, let's use it. The stars, not very good. And... yeah, guess that's it. Okay. So, Arminianism. What is it? Arminianism is the belief that one's salvation is entirely determined by their own free will. In other words, God died for all, Jesus, that is, died for all, but that you may refuse God's grace. You may refuse this gift that is offered to you. And we contrast this with Calvinism, which again I have spoken about before, but in the context of today, let me describe Calvinism as this. Also, so many friends. You I don't like, you I'll take, even if it's not much. I have a full key. Who's in here? Eh. So Calvinism is the belief that God predetermines. He does not just foreknow, but he predetermines who will be saved, and therefore you could argue that rather than Jesus dying that all might be saved, Jesus really just died so that a select few would be saved, and not anyone else, which is cruel, but also not like it's. A lot of people believe in Calvinist ideas still. There are perfectly good ways to interpret it that don't involve cruelty on God's part. Again, it generally comes down to I'm gonna bomb out of here. Ah, great. I'm gonna lose so many friends doing this. Nothing? Oh. Nothing was in that room. Cool. Again, I generally view Calvinism as technically true, but just a different way of interpreting what the Bible says, and also how God is all-knowing and omnipresent and all of that. That it's more of a quirk of God's nature than it is something God is actively choosing, in other words, because I personally do not like the interpretation that Jesus did not die for all, even though it still, I mean, Calvinists still believe that, you know, the Bible does say that and all, but that effectively that's not true. I'm much more of an Arminian. Arminianism. I support that more. It makes more sense to me. But now let me talk about who actually believes in what. So, Arminianist denominations include Methodism, Baptism, and some Pentecostalism. Some Pentecostal churches. I will save that for the cathedral. Calvinism is preached to various extents by Presbyterians, Reformed, and Lutheran denominations. And Anglican churches, as well as many other denominations, may support a mix of both Calvinism and Arminianism, or perhaps neither, and do something else entirely. And I let myself get pretty hurt there. Oh, it's just money? I don't need money now. I am so low on friends. It's so sad. Not in real life. I have some pretty great friends in real life. Stop it. Get some help. Aye, Captain. I did not expect it to travel that far, I'll be honest with you. Whoop, I barely saw that one in time. Yeah, taste my friends. C.S. Lewis, the famous author of the Chronicles of Narnia series, was also a pretty avid Christian. And being in England, he was an Anglican, which again is a mix of Arminianism and Calvinism. But C.S. Lewis in particular seemed to be more of an Arminian in this specific theology. Is that even the correct word? I don't even know. Brain fried. My brain is fried at the moment. Forgive my brain fry. I'll fry you an egg. Is that supposed to be funny? I don't even know anymore. I don't even care anymore. It's that far gone. And by it, I mean me. Nice. And those aren't secret, whatever the rocks are called anymore. Yeah, brain fry. Anyway, C.S. Lewis himself seemed to fall much more on the side of Arminianism, particularly if you look at his book, The Great Divorce. He has an excellent metaphor in there, I think an excellent metaphor, talking about the idea, in his mind at least, that hell is ultimately a choice of all individuals. Oh, that was close. My friend almost got 8. Did you hear that 789? Tragic. Go get him. I don't know who spawned up there, but oh. That's a pretty good friend. Oh. Bye, friend. Whoa. So in C.S. Lewis's book, The Great Divorce, he has one particular metaphor in which he suggests the possibility of a bus that would take people, ghosts as he calls them, from hell and allow them to experience a bit of heaven and self-reflection and that sort of thing. And he suggests, again, that no one would actually take that bus. That people who enter hell are there because of their own choices, their own actions, their own desires. That they want to be there for their own reasons. So let me end today by talking about, and this may seem random, but an episode of The Twilight Zone. Yes, The Twilight Zone. There is one particular episode of The Twilight Zone that I think has a pretty good representation of how I view hell and how I reconcile some of these difficult aspects. Aw, I wanted that. Stop that. You're scaring me. I guess. The wooden cross does nothing for me right now. Anyway, that specific episode is, I believe, titled A Nice Place to Visit. Let me give you a brief summary here. It's about a former gangster who wakes up in a mysterious hotel where the hotel manager seemingly gives him whatever he asks for. And as the episode progresses, he eventually grows tired of everything he has, that it's all meaningless to him. He asks for money and he's given money. He asks for gambling, he's given gambling. He asks for women, he's given women. And it all feels so empty to him. And so the last thing he asks is if he could go to, quote-unquote, the other place, because he thinks he has died and gone to heaven, but that it's rather boring here. Instead, he would like to go to be with his friends in what he believes is hell. I will not be taking the bean. But the episode ends with the manager of the hotel telling him, "You are in the other place." Now, there are some problems with this depiction of hell. In particular, I don't see other people as really being a salvation of sorts in hell. In other words, I don't think hell is necessarily an individualistic experience where you alone are isolated by yourself and tortured. Whether it's actual intentional torture or whether it's just you fully being given over to your own vices and having them completely control you, I think there's room enough to allow other people in and for other people to disappoint you and hurt you and betray you. Still. Because I think that is, at some level, still part of human nature, and I need to pay more attention. But my particularly lax understanding of hell does leave open some room for some interesting speculation, such as the idea that perhaps there is happiness in hell, but there is no satisfaction, no joy, no peace. That all positive emotions that may exist in hell are ultimately temporary, and yikes. Please, 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 please. Oh, thank goodness. All right. That will do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'm interested to hear your opinions on what hell may or may not be. Assuming you believe in some sort of hell. Assuming you're some sort of Christian, I'd like to know which of these beliefs you fall into. Universalism, Infernalism, Annihilationism, Arminianism, or Calvinism. And specifically, do you have any weird properties about hell that you personally believe in? Again, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you were entertained. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.